Hi, I am your host Harjeet, and this is Girls Talk. Today's going to be a little bit of a different show because I am excited to announce that my guest is Mehwish Khan. She is the host of Canada's Local Talent, which is also aired on NJ Digital TV. So I am just so excited to get to know Mehwish on more of a personal level. Hi Mehwish.
Hi Harjeet, thank you so much for having me. And I'm really excited to be here on your show. Not as much as I love your set, but I love you as a host and the whole content of the show. So thanks again for having me, and I'm looking forward for this exciting episode.
Well, I honestly appreciate you being here. As a host, you are so busy interviewing other people, getting to learn about them, and having them open themselves up. So I am turning the tables onto you. I'm going to turn everything back to you and get a little bit out of you so that our viewers can learn about Mehwish Khan and what she's really about.
Yeah, so let's get started.
I agree. Yeah. So just to begin with, just give us an overview of where your journey has taken you so far.
Well, for this industry, I started off when I was 16 years old, and at that time I had no interest in this. So this is how it happened. I was just working at some place and I got an offer to be in a Pakistani TV commercial. At that time it was gonna come on South Asian channel called ATN. So at that time I wasn't sure if I'd be allowed because I was only 16 years old. So they gave me their number. I went home and I told my mom, and she was so excited. She's like, okay, you have to call them and be in it. So the next day I called them, and then I did about 5 commercials with them. I did fashion shows. I was in a beauty pageant, and so just kept building up. I kept continuing, and here I am today.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, I do think that you're stunningly beautiful.
Thank you.
And I actually love watching your shows too. Your hosting skills, considering you never dreamed about doing it or you never did it, they're phenomenal. I think you're an amazing host. And tell me more about that, your show. What is it called?
My show is called Canada's Local Talent, and it's all about promoting local talents. I can fully relate to it because me, myself, I'm also a local talent. So it doesn't have to only be a singer or dancer. It could be a musician, magician, choreographer, director, any kind of talent anybody has. All they have to do is message us on NJ Digital page or my page, Canada's Local Talent, and we would love to have you on my show, interview you, and you can promote your talent. So it's all about promoting local talent.
Yeah, I love that because talent do need a platform to expose themselves, and it's great that you offer that. How did you get involved with NJ Digital TV?
Again, my mom.
Okay.
Because NJ Digital is also a big marketing company. They have a lot of pages on social media and they're all over the internet. So that caught my mom's attention, and she mentioned it to me. So she asked me to call Najma and get in touch with her, and I called her and Najma called me to the studio. They did my screen test and I went through an audition and I got selected, and she told me that I'm going to be doing my own show. So I'm very happy that I've completed 10 episodes of Canada's Local Talent, and looking forward to do way more.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them too. Speaking about your mom, she sounds like a phenomenal woman. Other than your mom, could you tell me if you have any inspirational figures?
I would love to choose someone else for my inspiration, but I can't because my mom has been my inspiration. She is very insufficient. She can do anything. She's always there for me. She encourages me to do my best, and she wants to see the best in me. So my mom is my inspiration.
Yeah, I love that answer. You know, I kind of guessed it too, because she's always looking out for you and she's guiding you. And in our culture, it's not a very common thing where they would want you to be in the entertainment industry and arts.
Also, she's watching this show right now, so.
Hi, Mehwish's mom.
My mom loves your show. She loves you as a host. And the minute I told her that I'm going to be coming here as a guest, she was more excited than I was. She's like, oh my God, do go there. I love Harjeet. I love her show. So yeah, she's your fan.
Well, I appreciate that. Perhaps one day I can have her on the show too.
Yeah,
to talk about generations. I want to actually talk about that with you too. Because I know originally you weren't born in Canada.
Yes.
So you were from Pakistan?
Yes. I was born in Pakistan and I came here when I was 10 years old. So yeah, I've been living here since then.
And just on a side note, were you speaking English when you came here, or did you have to learn the language?
In Pakistan, I went to a private English medium school, and there you have to have a conversation in English. And it's really funny that in Pakistan, their first language is Urdu, but we used to get punished for talking in Urdu. But since we were like living there since kids, so we tried to have conversation in Urdu. And when I came here, I did speak a little bit of English, but I did not have to take ESL when I joined my school. So yeah.
So that's.
So I did understand what people were saying. It was just speaking fluently that was the problem, but I was okay, I think.
Okay, so let's go back to inspirational figures. So we know that that's your mom. Do you have a celebrity crush at all?
Yes, I do actually. I'm so into Bollywood and I love Salman Khan. I wish one day he watches my show or your show so he knows. And he's soon coming to Toronto, so I'm so excited for it and I hope I get to meet him. He's my celebrity crush for sure.
Oh wow. Well, that's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
he's very fit and he's very articulate when he hosts his show, and yeah, I think that would be great if you got to meet him.
Yes.
So let's go back to moving from Pakistan to here. So have you been back home since you have been here?
Yeah, I usually go once a year because something's always going on there. It's either my cousin's getting married or some kind of occasion. So usually I go once a year. I do visit Pakistan.
But when you moved here, you were so young. I'm assuming that you did all your education here in Canada?
Yes, I did. I did. I completed my high school here. My secondary school was also here. So yeah, pretty much I did my education here.
Could you tell me a little bit about your educational background?
Yeah, I graduated from TL Kennedy, that's in Mississauga, and then I went to Sheridan College. I took HR management. I got my diploma in that, but I had no interest in that whatsoever. I always wanted to become a flight attendant, so I did go for that, and I did get my diploma in that, but the only problem is that I haven't applied anywhere yet because every airline has a different condition. Some airlines require you to speak French along with English. Some would put you on call anytime they call you, like within an hour you have to be there. So it's not flexible for me. So soon I will apply for it, but maybe it has to like kind of, I have to be okay with their condition, be flexible with it. So one day I do want to experience that because it's always been my dream, and I do have the diploma at home and I just have to work for it.
Well, I'm sure that will come to you when the time is right, when you're ready.
Yes, hope so.
So it turns out that you do have other career paths that you want to go down on a path that's not towards your career. Do you have any hobbies, or what do you like to do when you're not hosting or studying?
When I'm not hosting, I do other photo shoots and stuff. There are a few salons in Brampton. Whenever they have a bridal photo shoot, they do call me and I do go for it. And for hobbies, I would say shopping. I love shopping, traveling, watching movies, hanging out with friends, spending time with family, eating food. So these are my hobbies. I'm a very fun person. I would love to do, like if I'm free, I would not waste my time just sitting at home. I would probably find something to do.
What kind of shopping?
Or my Snapchat.
Oh, wow. Snapchat's everybody's addiction, I find.
It is.
It's the filters.
Yes, I love the filters.
But what about shopping? What kind of shopping is it that
shopping,
you enjoy?
I'm a very shopaholic person. I'm at the mall every single day, and the day I don't go, I feel very weird that, oh my god, today I didn't get to go to the mall. So then I'd go online. So I do all sort of shopping. And when I have no money, I do window shopping. So
oh wow.
yeah. And I, like in my mind, I tell myself, oh yeah, I just saw this and I have it with me. So I kind of like satisfy myself and tell myself that no, I did buy it and I do have it. So I'm very crazy when it comes to shopping.
So it sounds like shopping is a bit of an addiction for you. Do you have any other habits that you would consider to be addictions?
Yes, I do actually. Every morning I wake up and no matter how the weather is, what the situation is, I would drive to Tim Hortons and I would get my French vanilla. And I really want to stop doing that because it has a lot of sugar in it. I'm not saying anything bad about Tim Hortons, but it's just for myself. So this is something that I would like to kick off, maybe, you know, go for it maybe 3 times a week or something. But yeah, that's my one addiction.
Wow, sugar. It's
sugar, yes.
It's a lot of people's addictions. What about habits? Do you have any bad or good habits?
My good habit would be that if I'm given a task, I put my 100% to it and I put all my effort to it and I make sure that I'm doing it right. And my bad habit is that I need to start making a routine. I have to wake up on time. I have to have my meals on time. I have to start eating healthy. So these are the things that I would say are my bad habits.
Okay.
As of now.
So at least you're very in tune with yourself. You know about yourself.
Yes.
How would you describe your fashion style?
Fashion is all about your comfort. There are things that we do see on runways and we can't pull them off because we know that we're not going to look good in it. So it's all about your own comfort zone. You have to look good in it. You have to feel good in it. And my fashion style is girly, classy, bright colors, trendy. So that's how I define it.
Well, I'm excited to get to learn more about you. Right now we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back after this.
Are you looking for someone who can turn your dreams into reality? Whether it's real estate buying, selling or investment, Wasiuddin is the first choice of clients because no client or project is big or small for him. With years of experience, Wasi also offering exclusive deals on pre-construction projects and helping hundreds of clients to make their dream come true. So call Wasi at 416-566-3642 or log on to homesbywasi.com.
चॉकलेट चिप कुकी।
Ali,
सिर्फ कुकी दूंगा, चॉकलेट चिप नहीं दूंगा। इसमें तो बहुत सारे चॉकलेट चिप हैं। एक सेकंड देता हूँ। अभी भी बहुत है।
अब अली बेचारा क्या करे? जब नए बिस्कोनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकी में है बहुत ज्यादा चॉकलेट चिप्स, ऊपर भी चॉकलेट, अंदर भी चॉकलेट।
आपकी कुकी।
बिस्कोनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज बहुत 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 चॉकलेटी।
हर खुशी बिस्कोनी।
This is the world of internet. You have everything on your computer and mobile screen. If you wish to promote your business through internet, especially to perfect target market, then you have just one reliable name, NJ Marketing, offering various marketing solutions like social media marketing, telemarketing, email marketing, search engine optimization, graphic designing, web designing and development, and mobile application development. So call now at 647-824-1485 or email at njmarketing15@gmail.com or log on to njmarketing.ca.
$60, ma'am.
जब इश्क हद से बढ़ जाए तो तमाम ख्वाहिशें मिलकर सिर्फ एक ख्वाहिश बन जाती हैं। और बेचैन दिल हर पल हर लम्हा रोता है, दीदार को तरसता है।
हेलो
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम। जी मैम आपके उम्र के कागजात वगैरह तैयार हैं, प्लीज पेमेंट करके ले जाएं।
ओके थैंक यू।
और यही मोमिन का दिल अगर किसी की आंख में आंसू देखे तो सब कुछ भुलाकर सिर्फ अता करता है। उम्रे के बुलावे के लिए कुछ ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए, नेक नियत और रहम दिल ही काफी है। बाकी हम पर छोड़ दें। अलबरका ट्रैवल, निहायत मुनासिब उम्रा पैकेजेस के साथ। 905-232-6566।
An exclusive multi-designer studio specialized in wedding planning services, bridal wear, casual party wear, jewelry, shoes, purses, dupattas, men's and kids' clothes. You name it, we have it. Some of the Pakistani designer labels we carry are Sani K, Agha Noor, Sana Safinaz, Anas Abrar, Zainab Chutani, Wahaj Khan, Fatma Khan, and many more. Parahan, sheer elegance. We believe in quality service and best price.
You can contact 9075 Derry Road West, Unit Number 1, Milton, Ontario.
Hi, welcome back to Girls Talk. I'm your host Harjeet Dhillon, and we are back with Mehwish Khan again, and we are going to ask her a few questions to kind of open her up a little bit more. So let's start, first of all, with your favorites.
Okay, what do you want to know?
What is your favorite color?
My favorite, well, I have so many, so I can't really choose one, but I'll mention whatever is my favorite color. I love white, I love black, baby blue, pink, so like all these bright colors.
If you were going to paint your room in one color, which color would you pick?
If I had that choice right now, I'd paint it pink. Pink's always been my favorite, so yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. What about favorite animal?
I love dogs, not the scary big ones, but like the little puppies. I really love them, so I wish I had one, but I can't have one in my house, so yeah.
Oh, have you ever had a pet?
I used to have a fish when I was very small, and it died in like 3 days, and I was very depressed. So that was a bad experience, and that's why I never bought a pet after that. Because it really hurts my feelings, and I get really upset. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling. I'm very, I love animals and creatures, and it upsets me when I see them getting hurt.
Yeah.
I have lots of stories about that.
Because you kind of feel like that you should have taken a better care of them, and you would want to blame yourself. So, yeah.
Yeah. When it's a pet, you have to look after it.
Yes.
What about movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah, my favorite movie is, as I mentioned, that Salman Khan's my favorite actor, and recently his movie came out called Tigers in Bahar, so I really liked it, and I always end up liking his most latest movies, so that's my favorite right now.
Oh, wow, okay.
He looked really good in it, he changed his style, the way he dressed up, and I can go on and on about Salman Khan, but let's move on to your next question.
So tell me, do you cook, Mehwish?
I do cook actually, and I used to be very bad at cooking before, but I started watching a lot of YouTube tutorials, and that taught me a lot. So before, I was very horrible. I didn't know how to do anything, especially in the kitchen. So, but now I'm getting better at it, and I can cook a lot of stuff actually.
What would you say is your favorite thing to cook?
I love cooking pasta, and I love making biryani. Biryani is very hard to make, especially like if you are to take it to someone older than you, because they have much more experience. So if it doesn't taste good, it's gonna be really bad. It has to taste good. So I'm working on it, and yeah, I think I'm getting better at it.
I find that too. Being of a South Asian background myself, I grew up on South Asian food.
Yeah.
And when I did eventually learn how to cook, I always shy away from cooking South Asian food, even though I know.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a competition with the aunties.
Yeah, exactly,
you know, they're always better than you. And
yeah.
it's something I
You
won't.
cannot take it to a party. Like if I cook something, I would not dare to take it to anybody else.
We'll stick with
I'll
the
just
pasta.
keep it to myself.
What about if you were going to go out to eat? What's your favorite thing to eat outside?
I love eating barbecue food, so it'd be like barbecue chicken or anything that's barbecued, I'd eat it, and also dessert. As I mentioned before that I love sugar, so yeah, dessert, I love it. If I was very tired and I did not want to leave my bed and somebody offered me that let's go out for dessert, I'd go.
What would you choose if creme brulee, chocolate brownie, or strawberry cheesecake were on the menu for dessert?
I would choose chocolate brownie.
Oh wow. That took me a bit by surprise. But I guess it's the sweetest one and it's the most chocolatey.
Yes.
What about jewelry? I am curious to know if you could only wear one piece of jewelry, whether it be earrings, bracelets, necklace.
I choose earrings. Earrings is something I have on all the time. So yeah, even at home, I have like these studs that I wear all the time. So yeah.
And what about purchases? You like shopping? Could you tell me if there is ever something that you bought that you would consider your worst purchase?
I go through that a lot of times because most of the time, like especially when I walk into Sephora, I try my best to leave without buying anything. But there's this lipstick shade, the nude shade. I have so many of them at home and I always buy the same ones. I know that I have it, but I have to have it and take it home with me. So that's my worst purchase.
Yeah, I feel
very guilty about it, but yeah.
You don't want to buy any more lipstick. That's some advice from me to you. Let's talk about back at school. What was your favorite subject?
Drama. I used to love my drama class and I hated going to the gym. So what I used to do is I used to forget my running shoes at home on purpose so that I don't have to run around the track.
Wow, your schooling sounds a lot like mine. I was not a fan of the gym either. And drama I was actually a fan of too.
I really enjoyed my drama class and I always wanted to get the main role if they were doing like any plays and stuff. So I always used to audition. We used to have talent shows and I always used to like participate in whatever entertainment was going on.
So being the host of Canada's Local Talent is quite something.
Yes.
You get to meet these people from all walks of life.
Yeah, I love meeting new people and every episode I meet a new person with a new talent. Even if it's a singer coming back and over again, it's okay because they all have their different experiences. So, and the way they sing is different too. So far I've met very nice people and looking forward to meet more people with more talent.
Wow, and I'm excited to learn more about these talented people and hopefully one day see you on a stage acting and showcasing those drama skills that you learned.
Yeah, I would love to do that. My dream is to work in Pakistani drama serials. So one day I hope I get a chance. Because Bollywood is way too far, even though I would love to be in it. But these days the competition is so high, even here. There are so many singers, dancers, actors, actresses, so everybody wants to be in it. So there's a lot of competition, so it's not easy. Even if you're living in Canada, it's not easy.
What about talking about that too? Because now the internet, well, not just now, but it's been around for quite a while.
Yeah.
Do you remember life before the internet existed?
Life was so good because you knew the people who are your real friends. You spend more time with your family. And there were so many other activities that I was involved in. I remember going to the park, playing with my friends, making plans, and we just had like one phone line at my house. I didn't even have a cell phone, so they would just call up my home line and we used to talk on the phone, make plans. So I think you were more into the real world when there was no internet. But then again, internet does come with advantages. You know, everything is coming to you, getting all the information, you're getting to know what is going on in the world. You know, you just go on Facebook and you know what's going on, what's in fashion, what's the latest news. So it has its good sides and it has a bad side too.
Going back to wanting to be in Bollywood, do you find that the internet is going to make it easier or more competitive because you have access to all these video channels such as YouTube that you could showcase yourself on? So what are your thoughts on that?
Of course it has an advantage because these days on social media sites, let's say Instagram, Facebook, you just make your profile, you post your pictures, you post your work, and you don't know who's watching it. As long as it's on public, there's so many people watching you, directors, music directors. I get a lot of offers through my pictures and the videos that I post. So I think internet does have that advantage.
Okay, that's interesting. And you did bring up social media. And there are tons. I don't need to list them because I'm sure I'll forget some of them. Out of all the ones that you are engaged in, which one would you say is your favorite?
My favorite is Snapchat. I'm on it all the time. The minute I wake up, I start posting snaps. People know what I'm doing throughout the whole day. And I love the filters, and I make sure that every day I post at least one picture of myself. It's never one, it's always a little bit more than one, but that's okay. And I'm very active on Snapchat. The day I don't post anything, that's never been like that, but people start messaging me and they're like, are you okay? We didn't see your picture today. What happened? Are you sick or something? So yeah, I'm very active on Snapchat, and I love Snapchat.
So that's interesting to know. If I want to know what Mavish is up to, I'll just check in on Snapchat.
Yeah, just follow me on Snapchat and you'll see what I'm doing.
I like that. Let's go on to something a little bit more out there. If there was any movie that you find that you could relate to the most, which movie would it be and why?
It would be Jab We Met by Kareena Kapoor, because in the movie she's very immature. She doesn't think before making decisions, and at the end of the movie she realizes that you have to think before making a decision. You cannot play with your life, and you have to be sure of what you're doing in your life. So I would say definitely Jab We Met.
Okay, I have to watch. I have to watch some of these Bollywood movies.
Speaking of that, you don't speak Hindi or Punjabi, right?
Punjabi a little bit, but English is my first language.
First language,
yes.
So if I were to ask you to say something in Hindi or Punjabi, would you be able to say
This is supposed to be about you. I could try and ask you my next question in Punjabi.
Oh my God, no. I don't speak Punjabi. Okay, try. Bring it on. Let me see if I understand.
Je toda naam Mavish nahi si, but
what? Jada Tyoda naam Mavish. Oh, are you saying your name is Mavish?
If your name wasn't Mavish,
okay,
what would it be? And that's about as much as I can do Punjabi.
If I were to have a different name, I'd choose Kashish, because it means attraction, and I really like that name. And also, long time ago, there used to be this Indian drama serial, and there was this girl in it, and I really, really liked her. And her name was Kashish, so I like that name. And I'd have it if I did not have Mavish.
Do you know what Mavish means?
Mavish means the moon, and my mom chose that name for me, of course. So it's a little odd for me when somebody asks me the meaning of my name, and I hate telling them, but since I'm on here and I have to tell you.
I actually like your name, to be honest.
Thank you.
I do. So I'm not sure if you're much of a reader. Do you enjoy reading books, or have you ever?
Actually, I don't read at all. So yeah, I wish I can answer more about it, but I'm not really into reading. Okay. But I do like reading magazines. Like if I was traveling, I was at the airport, I saw magazines, I'd sit there and I'd read it just to pass time, but yeah.
If you had a choice, because I know you're a bit of a movie buff, if you had a choice between watching a horror or a comedy or a romance, which one would you pick?
I choose horror. I love horror movies. I'm a big fan of Paranormal Activity. Every time it comes out, I'd go and watch it. Even if I'm getting really scared, I'd watch it. I love horror movies.
It's that whole, thrill that you're seeking.
Yeah.
Like going on a roller coaster. We're all scared, but we'll still take the chance.
Yeah.
Do you believe in magic? When I say magic, I mean tricks that magicians do.
They always get me, and I always try to figure out how they did that trick. I think magic shows are very interesting, and not just the kids, even adults, they get involved in it, and I'm sure they even try to figure out how they did that. So yeah, I do believe in magic.
Can you think of back to when you were a child to now, if you have ever seen any magicians perform, what your favorite trick would have been, if you remember?
I have seen many magic shows, and there was this one trick that this magician did. He had a table, like not this size, it was a round table, and he lifted that like without using his hands, so the table was literally flying, and I'm still trying to figure out how he did that.
I find the joy with magicians is, considering I don't practice magic, I'm interested in it, is to not try and figure out how they do it. just to
Yeah.
enjoy the illusion of it
Yeah.
and believe it's real.
Yeah. So you don't think magic is real?
No, I do. I don't even try and figure out
Okay.
how it's done, and people will.
I'm so nosy. Like I was looking under the table. I'm like, how is he doing this? And the whole time I was trying to figure out. So it's not just with one trick. I always try to figure out, but I haven't. So
Yeah, well, see, then it must be real, right?
yeah.
It must be real. Only a few
Yeah.
people can do it. So let me ask you something else. What's your favorite filter on Snapchat?
The dog filter.
That's the most common one, and the flowers too is something else that they use.
Yeah, the flower one. Yeah, I've even seen guys try that, and I think it's so cute. And not every guy would post it, but I'm sure that they all try it at home. But they just feel weird posting it. But it's okay. If you're a guy and you like the filter, who cares? Post it.
I totally agree with you. There was a time when Snapchat had these filters where they would distort your face into a man's face. So it made my face longer, and it added a beard.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And I couldn't stop laughing because I looked just like my brother.
Oh my god.
So I had to send it to my brother and say, oh my God, Snapchat made me look like you. That's crazy. But yeah, Snapchat's quite an interesting one too.
It is, yeah. It's just like these type of filters, you need a lot of guts to post it and let people see it.
Yeah, well, it just
But,
shows your
yeah.
humorous side, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's talk about something else, a little bit more philosophical, I'd say. Do you believe in karma?
I do believe in karma because I believe that if you are treating someone bad in a life, you will come into a situation where you will realize that yeah, I did something bad to that person, and that's why it's happening to me. And if you are a good person and you are doing good to others, opportunities will come to you. So I strongly believe in karma. That's why it's important to be a good person and treat everybody good and not do bad to anybody, because it can happen to you anytime.
Yeah, I like that answer, and I totally agree with you. There are times when I feel like, oh, you know, if karma existed, why is everything so bad in my life? But you always see why things are happening if you can look that way. Now I just want to ask you a little bit more about hypothetical situations. So if you were to go camping and you were only allowed to pack 3 items, which 3 items would you choose?
Well, I can't really use my credit card there, so I would take my cell phone, number 1. Second thing I would take is, what would I take?
You can pick your credit card. I'm sure
Really?
there'll be stores where you go camping.
Okay, so credit card, my phone, and some food with me, food and water.
Okay.
Just in case I can't find it there, so I have to have it on me.
I'm surprised. I thought you were going to say I would take a pillow, I would take a blanket.
I know,
would take bug spray.
Not thinking of just sleep somewhere on grass.
Yeah, I guess camping is not your thing.
Yeah,
and I think
I've never been camping actually, never in my life. That's why I don't even know.
Yeah, no, I've been a few times, but it's not something that you'd have to go
I
with.
think you have to be more into nature and more into adventures if you enjoy camping. That's when you will enjoy camping. But if you're more of a person who's not into that stuff, then yeah.
And you have to have no fear of bugs, because there's lots of bugs.
Yeah.
So be prepared.
So you have to be like nature friendly. Yeah.
And I guess the answer to this question, maybe, but I'm going to ask it anyways. If you were to have a choice of giving somebody your phone or your wallet, which one would you be okay to part with?
My God, I can't believe you just asked me such a hard question. If I were to... Well, I can give them my wallet because I always use my cards, so it's okay. I can just go to the bank and make another one. But my phone is something I cannot give to anybody. My phone is just for myself and I cannot give it to anyone.
I always love that question because it just makes you see how everybody's perspective is completely different, you know, like between a wallet and a phone, and they seem to be the most important things in people's lives. So if you had a choice between one or the other, it's always nice to see what.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got to see what you would say. So let me ask you about yourself now. If you could pick 3 words to describe yourself to somebody who's never met you before,
Yeah.
which 3 words would you pick?
Well, I'm sad that I'm only given a choice to pick 3 words, but that's okay. I would say I adjust into new situations very well, and I get along with people very easily. I'm a very easygoing person. I'm friendly, and third would be I'm very punctual. I like to do things on time, and yeah.
Okay, so I have one last question before I'm going to go to the final question. And we didn't discuss this one, so don't get mad at me, but I hope it's kind of easy. You're a really beautiful person inside and out, I have to say that.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm guessing that you maybe have gotten a lot of compliments on a certain feature of yours.
Yeah.
Which feature would you say is the most, the one that gets the most compliments and the one that you feel the strongest about on yourself?
The most compliment I get is for my eyes. Usually, like, even if I'm at the mall and I'm just randomly passing by someone, so one or the other, somebody will say something nice about my eyes. So it's always the eyes.
I like your smile too. So,
thank you.
But it's hard to pick when somebody has so many positives to
I'm
talk
going
about.
like, yeah, no, it's just. Thank you.
But now I want to wrap up the show, and before I do, I want to ask you to give our viewers some advice on life. Anything that you would give advice to the viewers about, what would it be?
I would say every morning we're given a choice. So you either continue with your sleep and keep dreaming, or you wake up and chase your dreams. And choice is yours. So I would say get up and chase your dreams, work for it, and accomplish your goals. That's my advice for the viewers.
I really like that, and I'm going to heed that advice myself too. Thank you so much, Mewish, for being on my show.
Thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun. It was a fun segment, and I cannot wait to watch myself on Girl Talk with that girly set and my favorite host, Harjeet.
Well, I appreciate that. I am honored to have gotten to know you on a more personal level, and I appreciate that you shared all that information with the viewers to get to know you. And if you haven't seen Mewish Khan's show yet, you should check out Canada's Local Talent. It's also on NJ Digital TV, but we'll see you next week for Girls Talk.